All right, guys, well, we got the head sail out. We're sailing for the first time, not motor sailing, sailing. We are averaging about 6 knots in 13 knots apparent wind, which is amazing. We got the wind at about 150 at the moment, which is a wicked angle. Look at that.
Okay, but let's rewind for a second, because how exactly did we get here? Last episode, the boat had just gone in the water and James was literally motoring her to another marina on one engine. After that, things started moving really fast. My dad actually flew out to help James bring the boat all the way from a freezing North Carolina down to the Bahamas. Unfortunately, the cameras didn't quite keep up with everything happening, so we don't have much footage from the trip itself, but we do have a few photos. But thankfully, the trip down was a successful one. Of course, no boat journey is ever completely drama-free. There were a few minor hiccups along the way, but nothing major, and they made it safely to these beautiful blue waters.
Carlos is enjoying sitting back, relaxing. The boat is performing amazingly. I never, ever get tired of having the sail out. This is incredible. We're heading back to Marsh Harbor. Unfortunately, Carlos is leaving me. I'm going to be on my own. We've got to do a few more things, but yeah, he's got to fly back to Spain. So yeah, we are so thrilled with this boat. We are so lucky. It's been a lot of hard work to get here, but it's paying off now. All right, guys, we'll check in with you later.
And hearing this was such a good feeling. After selling our old boat, buying this one, getting her ready, and all the emotions and chaos in between, she actually made it. But there wasn't much time to sit back and soak it all in, because if you've owned a boat before, you already know the project list never really ends. One of the first things we wanted to tackle was replacing the trampoline. The old one had definitely seen better days, and it was one of those things that immediately stood out to us. And this wasn't just about looks either. The trampoline is a pretty important part of the boat from a safety standpoint too, especially when you're moving around on the bow. Nobody wants to be stepping around wondering if they're about to go through it. Of course, it also completely changes the look of the boat, but knowing it's solid and secure again gives it a lot more peace of mind.
We are gonna do the trampoline. So what did we get? Wow, we went with Sunrise Yacht Products trampolines. These guys are awesome. We researched the living daylights out of trampolines, and these guys come probably the most recommended out of all of the trampoline suppliers globally. Their selection of colors, types of materials, patterns, I mean, they have everything. And you know what? They have all of the designs of almost every single catamaran literally on their website. It's just follow the bouncing ball. It's probably one of the easiest user interfaces for selecting a net or selecting a trampoline for a boat I've seen. It's fantastic. And, you know, we just, you know, this trampoline now is going to be with us for so long. So it's one of those things where we're just like, let's spend a little bit more money and get something that's really good quality, because it's something we need to trust and something that we need, it's going to last, you know. If I go up there and bounce on that trampoline or step on it because I got to run up to the anchor, I need to know that it's going to hold me and it's going to be good 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now. So let's have a look at what we went with. So I've just taken it out of the box, and at first glance, unbelievable. You get gloves, you get these special tools for pulling the lines nice and tight. They've even sent me a laminated version of my design that we worked over together, which is cool. So I'll always have this now with the boat. So for the netting, as you've seen, it's black, which is awesome, but we went with the 1 1/4 inch Ultra Pro version, and it's vinyl coated black, as you've seen. And for the border, as I mentioned, we went with a black Dyneema for the perimeter. So that Dyneema is just going to be so strong, as everybody knows. So yeah, so you can look it up on their website, Sunrise Yacht Products. Check out their 1 1/4 inch Ultra Pro. It's so cool. But all the other nets they have are amazing. They have so many different styles, so make sure you go check them out. We'll put a link in the title and the description. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna unpack this. I'm gonna have a little look at the instructions. I've watched a load of videos, so I already kind of have a pretty good idea how to do this. And then we'll check back with you in a second. So already I'm loving what I'm seeing. All of the perimeter lines, they've labeled them, they're numbered, and they're wrapped up beautifully, all of them here, and those numbers correspond to what's here on the design. They've given me 2 of these pullers, so that will be how we tension the perimeter lines. They gave me some gloves. I mean, free gloves. You know, that's fantastic. And then just looking at the net, I mean, it's so robust. I can see some metal eyes there. It feels great. So there you go. Like, just that initial quality straight out of the box is phenomenal, and I'm loving it. I'm looking at it and it just looks amazing. So I'm going to dive into the instructions. Like I said, see what I need to do first.
And I don't think we realized just how much of a difference this was going to make until we started getting everything in place. It's funny how these projects seem small at first, but every little change starts making the boat feel more and more like ours.
So here's what's going to happen. We're going to lay the new net over top of the old net, okay? And then we are going to attach all 4 corners just with some dummy line and pull those nice and tight, all right? Then we're going to start with our tensioning lines on all the borders. Once we get those sort of roughly on, then we can start removing the old net from underneath, and then we'll start doing all of the tensioning process, moving around. What we're looking for is about a 2.5 inch to 3 inch border gap between the net and the hull, okay? And you'll see on our lacing pattern how it works, and yeah, that's it. It's not much more complicated than that. It's just going to be time consuming. We just got to keep tensioning, and then we're actually going to walk around on the trampoline, stretch it out a little bit, and then tension some more, and finish it off. And we're just looking for that nice uniform gap all the way around. So first up, you can see the type of thread pattern we went for is, it's an alternating with a double back here at each one, okay? So that's the pattern that it looks like, and it's perfect. You got this super thick, robust bolt rope with the Dyneema perimeter. Okay guys, look, it is finished.
Okay, now that is satisfying. What a difference. It completely changes the whole feel of the bow. And I already know this is going to end up being one of our favorite places to sit.
What I love, see this? It looks completely transparent from some angles. It's absolutely amazing. But then if you come to another angle, well, let's come up forward, it just looks amazing. Now, one of the reasons why I chose the 1 1/4 inch Ultra Pro was because when I do the anchor, I stand back here, I'm right here. So you can see how far back I am. And with the old one, I couldn't see the anchor chain. Now, you can see the anchor chain absolutely perfectly. Nice and springy. Like I said, it still needs some tension put to it, but man, does it look great. And I just love the look of the black on black. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna do some more tensioning on it. And if you have any questions about it, shoot us a comment down below and we'll try to answer your questions. Anyways, look at that. All right, guys, hope you love that multi-hull net trampoline installation. Look at this mess. Yeah. So, and it's all just cracking at every little joint. It's so dry and brittle. I was tempted to keep it as a backup, but you know what? 12-year guarantee on that net. No reason to keep it. So anyways, guys, thanks so much, and on to the next job.
So even though we missed filming a lot of the trip getting here, we're excited to finally share where we are now. And a huge thank you to my dad for flying out and helping James bring her down. We still have a long list of projects ahead of us, but little by little she's starting to feel more like home. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you in the next one.